Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association President Lynsley Doodhai is calling for an end to the disrespect meted out to teachers by the Office of the Chief Personnel Officer. TTUTA was joined by other members of the joint trade union movement in a march through the streets of Port of Spain. Wason has more.
It is for the teachers to take matters into their own hands.
JTUM and OWTU leader Ansel Roger called on teachers to respond to the disrespect they're facing from the CPO. Since 2015, TTUTA presented a proposal to the CPO for the 2014-2017 bargaining period, but it's now 2019 and the union said it's still waiting for a response. Not even a counter-proposal, the union said, has been forthcoming. Mr. Roger, lending support to TTUTA, said teachers today are not just teachers.
They are caregivers, they are babysitters, they are security officers, they are the ones to provide resources for our nation's children.
TTUTA President Lynsley Doodhai said the battle has begun and rallied the teachers to prepare for more battles in the near future.
I want to signal to the Chief Personnel Officer, I want to signal to the Minister of Finance that TTUTA is taking off the proverbial kids' gloves and we are prepared to engage in serious battle with the powers that be. This disrespect cannot continue any longer.
The General Council of TTUTA will engage in an emergency meeting next week, Wednesday, to discuss the way forward. Wason, TTT News.
Long live TTUTA.
But while there was a large number of teachers attending today's march, figures show both primary and secondary schools in Port of Spain had the highest percentage of teachers and students attending classes today. Official figures show in the primary schools, 59% of teachers and 45% of students were present in schools in Port of Spain and environs. This was followed by schools in St. George East, with 44% of teachers and 42% of students present. It was a similar pattern for secondary schools in Port of Spain and environs, where 59% of teachers and 47% of students were present. St. Patrick and Carney recorded the lowest percentage of both teachers and students present in primary schools today. Figures show 23% of teachers and 17% of students reported for school in these districts. While at the secondary school level, the lowest percentage of teachers, 30%, who reported for school came from the southeastern district, with only 19% of secondary school students attending school today were from St. Patrick.